Everybody, I'm about to show you another wand, and I'm going to be making my rosette out of my own paper, my digis from my blog. Link will be down below. It's called Easter Elegance 2, pointing out the one that I printed out. That's a background, which will print 8.5 by 11. And I'm going to flip a little through some of the sheets that I did print out, just so you get a quick look again. I do have Easter Elegance and Easter Elegance 2 out. They are older Easter kits, because I haven't made any new ones this year. And there you see the printed out one. And I'm using my scoreboard to kind of visualize how big I want to make my rosette. If you cut a strip that's an inch, it's going to make a 2-inch rosette. So here I want to see how big I want it. And I think I went with a 1/2 inch to give me a 3-inch rosette. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it. But I do look at my border punch to see how much gets cut off. And I end up giving it an extra line. So instead of 1.5 inches, I gave it 1.5 inches. And I don't know what would that be, 3/4? It's just one more line past the 1/2 inch mark. I suck with measuring, but that's pretty much what I did. And you'll see me pull out my Martha Stewart border punch, my favorite. I think it's a lace punch or something like that, but it's a border punch. See, I'm looking at it, and it does take out like that one extra line. Not a big deal, but I want to keep a lot of the pattern that I have on there. And it does matter which way your lines go if you have a pattern paper like that. When you make a rosette, since you're turning it into like a circle, you'll see how it ends up with that line. Even though I think it gets covered up mostly. So back with my scoreboard, and I'm going to be scoring it at every 1/4 inch for smaller pleats. Alright, so I am scoring now. I sped it up a little bit so you don't have to sit there forever watching me do the same thing, which is just scoring at every 1/4 inch. It's a little harder to score through that because that is 110-pound weight cardstock that I printed on. So it's pretty thick, and it's Georgia Pacific cardstock. And there's Miss Haley. I forgot that she came in the picture. I'm like, come on. So yeah, it's a little thicker. I do find that cardstock at Walmart. Alright, so there's my score marks now. And now I'm going to go ahead and punch my border. I do have to find some new border punches though that are as pretty as that. You know, some other type of lacy border. And you see how much you cut off of that you lose that extra little piece there. Okay, so I'm going to be pleating it or folding it, the mountains and the valleys, but when I'm done, I realize that I end up with 2 flaps or folds that are in the same direction because I did it in 1/4 inches instead of 1/2 inch. So I end up cutting off a piece, just one of those little flaps off, so that one end is the mountain and the other end is the valley, so that they will kind of insert within each other when you glue it. And you kind of see what I mean. I'll be showing you in a second, and I'll kind of put it closer to the camera so you can see. So yeah, sorry about that. I would get a message right now. Cutting a circle, I'll be using it later. I'm kind of thinking, is it too big of a circle? But I decide to use it. It's not that big anyway. I don't want it too big, to pass my whole little medallion. Alright, so using my favorite glue, which I think has changed now. I think now they call it tacky, so I have to try out and see if it's the same thing. Anyway, here's where I noticed, okay, my flap's not right. They're both going in the same direction. So I just cut one off. And then the other ones now can, go on top of each other. Oh my gosh, stop. I'm sorry. And then I just glue it and I'll make sure it's stuck on there good before I go ahead and make my medallion. I do have a tutorial doing the same thing with a bigger medallion, I think, and it's in my Valentine series, so I'll post a link down below. So I'm going to do it so that it's backwards, and now I'm going to put that on the back side, which is the white side. I didn't print the back of that. I should have, but it'll still match because it's white. It goes with shabby chic. And this is kind of like a spring project, but you could do it any time of the year. Using my little spatula that I found at Target. You see how now my lines, it's a circle now. So I'm showing you the loaded pocket that was made for me by Markeisha. We did a swap in the group CWA over at Facebook. I'm showing you her information, Sweet Papery Treasures. I decided to go ahead and use some of the embellishments that she made. Some people, I get a lot of people ask, what do you do with the stuff that you get? Like the stuff that people make you and other things. Well, as far as the embellishments, you use them. So that's what I'm going to do. Here are some trims from Natasha's Scrapbook Corner. I'll post a link down below to that too, and Markeisha's channel. Hopefully I remember, but I'll try. A white straw. I got that online. And I'm just prepping it. I'm squeezing the top because I like to flatten them out so it doesn't give me too much bulk. So here I'm trying to figure out how to open the package without ruining the topper, but I end up cutting the bottom and pulling out one of those scrolls that she made, which was really cool. And the perfect colors to match that paper that I use. So I'm going to alter it a little bit. And you'll see what I do in a second. So really cute scrolls. And I'm cutting off some of these dangly trims. And they're going to be hanging from the bottom, from the back of that scroll. I just cut 3 off, and then I'm going to cut a few of those. Again, those trims are from NSK, Natasha Scrapbook Corner. So I hot glue those to the back of the scroll. And then the other one, I individually cut those strands and then, glue those back there too. And again, with my spatula from Target. I think it was only $1.99. It's been working fine. I love that. Instead of always using that finger protector, I use that more. And I'm cutting off the excess. I don't need to have all those little extra pieces in there. Let's see. It's a great little tool, that spatula. And the glue doesn't stick to it because it's that silicone stuff. Then it has that little point so you can get into little things, into corners. Alright, so I'm liking how that looks so far. Okay, so now we're going to just glue the straw to that. Ideally, I would have glued that to the back and then stuck the circle that I had put in the back and done it that way. But either way, it still works, but I probably would have done that or put another circle on top. But since I was putting that banner, that was fine. And I'm just securing it so it doesn't pop off on all sides there. I'll be holding that for a few seconds. Alright, so now I want to use one of the bows that she made. I want to use that last one in there, that very pale pink glittered bow that she did. I'll be appearing that, and I'll take off the little heart that she had on there because I'm going to put a little bling piece. And that covers up, I think it has said I love you or something like that. That covers it up and then changes it up a bit. And those little rhinestones, they're just called loose diamonds or something, or diamond studs. But I found that at, in Miami at the warehouses, a bag full of those for like 90-something cents. So I'm using one of those, I think. And then that's a Martha Stewart lace pack that I had. And then there was a little piece that I had cut off from another project. That's going to go in the center first, and then I'll put my little rhinestone. So I think that's pretty much it. But later on, you'll see this project with some other things, and I would have whitewashed it with some gesso. Usually I don't put that part in these videos, but you'll see it later on. And that's about it.